Hey guys, and welcome back to Bravely Default. So in today's episode, we take on Barras and Holly for the second time, except this time they have more HP, they're more powerful, and it makes no sense chronologically because we're in a different world. Supposedly they should have the same strength as the first time we fought them, but for some reason they are more powerful, and it makes no sense whatsoever. So, we are going to be fighting them as a white mage and monks. We are doing a white mage versus white mage and monk versus monk battle. And I have strats for this, thankfully, because I would get wrecked otherwise. It did happen. So Tiz and Anyas are going to be focusing on our support. For Tiz, we have medication. We're going to be doing things with the medication in order to help us survive. Anyas has miscellany to help us find out how much HP we have left. And we have the white magic. She is the only one in our group that has group cast all. It is a passive ability that is obtained from the black mage at level 14. And it forces group cast on spells that are normally single cast. And we're going to be using this with Reflect. Reflect is normally single cast, and we can spam it onto our entire group this way. It's very helpful, it is very necessary. With Ringbell and Nadia, they are monks, they are our physical core. We have Ringbell with Piracy, mainly for Chin Smash, Scale Snip, Shell Split, and double damage. And the core of our plan here is to be using Natural Talent and MP free in a pinch. So Natural Talent increases our physical attack strength when we have absolutely nothing equipped to our monks. So Ringbell and Nadia have absolutely nothing equipped to them, but they have a lot of physical attack in exchange. And we have access to MP free in a pinch, which is going to help us with our extra attacks. Spiritualism has an ability called Convert BP, which allows us to sacrifice MP in exchange for BP, but we're going to be using MP free in a pinch to basically break the game. With that being said, let's go take these guys on.
What? They've already beaten us to a pulp, and now they're back for seconds? Those snotty-nosed brats. They look innocent enough, but what a mean streak!
They'd give you a run for your money, Holly!
Watch your mouth, meathead. Would you like a boot to the face? Oh, perfect. They brought more friends with them this time.
Whoa there, hold up! Isn't that Edea with them?
I knew that little hussy wasn't to be trusted. The Templar's daughter, of all people.
Hey, Edea! What's this all about? Have you gone and stabbed us in the back?
Whoa! Turn the volume down!
I haven't been this riled up since this morning. Ah, well, time for round 2.
Something's got them real mad.
If you've come to finish the job you started, you're in for a surprise. You forget, I am a skilled white mage. Ha! I have already healed our wounds completely. Never underestimate your elders.
I'm back in action. Feel my fists of rage.
Well, you two, I hope you're ready for death by frontal assault. So our first order of business is to default with everyone else, and Anyas, your job is to set up a Reflect. Holly uses white magic, and it's important for her strategy, let's put it that way. It's very important. So we are going to put a Reflect on all allies, everyone else just default. Don't care about your physical damage. Don't even care. Alright, Tiz, we have to do other things with you. How should we do this? We're going to break with Tiz, and we are going to go for some medication, and we are going to go for some compounding. Now, if we combine a high potion and a cross potion together, we get something called a Font of Life. And what this does, it will give us a resurrection if one of our comrades gets knocked out. So they will get knocked out, but then they will be immediately revived. So I'm going to put that onto Ringbell and Anyas. Ringbell so that he can do damage, and Anyas so that she can continue to spam the Reflect. With Anyas, we're just going to default with her, keep her alive. Ringbell, we are going to do two things. We need to activate MP free in a pinch ASAP. And we're going to be doing that with martial arts, and at level 13, the monk learns something called Phoenix Flight. It is a powerful attack that sacrifices your own HP, it brings you down to 1 hit point, it is very useful for activating MP3 in a pinch. Second thing we're going to be doing is we need to drop Holly's defense. She is our first target, and with Dia we're going to be doing the exact same thing. We're going for martial arts, we're going for Phoenix Flight, and then we are going to go for spiritualism, convert BP. I believe this is attained somewhere at level 6, maybe. I think it's level 6-ish. It's a very low level. Convert BP. Now thankfully this will get both of them down to 1 hit point, and both MP3 in a pinch and the full cover I have on Tiz will then activate. So on Tiz I also actually happen to have not full cover, but protect ally. And it will activate when our allies have low HP, which means that Tiz will be jumping in and taking all the hits. Let's see, Tiz, you're not doing so well. You could use some hit points, so we're going to default with Tiz. We also happen to have something called Default Guard on him, which increases the damage reduction from attacks. So Tiz is actually only going to be taking about like maybe 25% of the total strength of the attack when he gets hit. I'm going to throw a cross potion. I'm not going to use white magic because I have the group cast all on Anya's, which means that it would actually end up healing everyone in our group, and I actually don't want that. I want Ring a Bell and Adia to have no HP whatsoever so that MP3 in a pinch will activate. Now with Adia, we are going to go for some Convert BP. We'll get extra BP in exchange for MP, but we don't have any MP to spare because of MP3 in a pinch. So our job here is just to spam both Convert BP and Qigong Wave. And we repeat this multiple times until Holly is down. Now alternatively, I could also get Anya's down to low HP as well, and then MP3 in a pinch would activate for her too, and then I could potentially be using magic. It's not really that necessary, to be honest. Anya's is here just to spam the reflex. So Rainbow, we're going for double damage onto Holly. Adia, we can now go over Braving and go for 3 Qigong Waves, and we'll finish off with a Convert BP. Each double damage is going to do around 6,000 damage, which is pretty good. Tiz is going to be taking all the hits, and it's going to do no damage whatsoever. We are pretty solid like this. Now, Barras tends to Brave, and then go for an Invigoration plus an attack, Invigoration increasing his physical attack, and then just a regular physical strike, which will do a lot of damage, which is why we have Tiz to kind of sit here and absorb all the hits. During this time, it's a good idea to default with... I'm going to actually do some Braving with Tiz. We are going to go for 3 Braves, we're going to go for some Compounding, we're going to cast a Re-Raise onto Tiz, we're going to cast a Re-Raise onto Adia, and we're also going to combine 2 High Potions together to get a strengthened High Potion and restore some HP. Anya's, your job is going to be to Brave 3 times, we're going to go for some White Magic, we're going to recast our Reflect, and we're also going to get their HPs right now. Rainbow can focus on doing damage. I believe the debuff is still active. It is. And with Adia, we can go for 4 Braves. We can go for 2 Qigong Waves onto Holly. And following that up with 2 Spiritualisms, Convert BP. So basically, thanks to MP3 in a pinch, we can basically use Convert MP or Convert BP to get extra BP and get lots of extra attacks. It's so good! And Anya's is dead, but that's fine. That is exactly what the Re-Raise is for. That's why we have it. On top of that, now Tiz will jump in front of Anya's every time Barras tries to attack her. Thanks to Protect Ally? I believe it's called Protect Ally. Alright, Barras will probably be attacking, so we'll default with Tiz. Anya's, we're going to default with you, because we don't really need you to do anything right now. And Rainbow, I'm just going to have you re-drop her defense, going for a Shell Split with Holly. And we're going to go for 3 Qigong Waves. And finish up with a Convert BP. Yes, Protect Ally is indeed the correct item. We also have Auto Potion on Tiz, so he will automatically heal himself with a potion every single time he gets hit. Tiz is pretty solid. Now, I also happen to have Shield Lord on him as well, so we're getting like as much defensive powers from the shield as possible. Now I do need to recast the re-raise onto Anyas as well. I don't want to cast Reflect, because it will actually reflect the Reflect onto our enemies, and that's a bad idea. So we're going to go for some compounding. We're just going to go for a Cross Potion onto Anyas. Anyas, you are going to, I think, just default for now. Ring about, you're going to do a Shell Split onto Barras, because he's going to be our next target. And Adia is going to finish off Holly. So we're going to go for 4 Braves, we're going to go for some Keygon Waves, 2 of them should be sufficient, and convert BP. Well, it might not be exactly sufficient, but we'll get pretty close to wiping out Holly. Ow.
You got me.
Holly! Son of a...
I would tell you to calm down, but I don't think you're capable of it. Without me, who will heal your wounds? You must flee and find another partner.
Don't say that! You are the only one I need! Holly! I won't let anyone else touch me!
You dunderhead. Thanks. Anyway.
I won't let anyone else touch me. I'm just gonna let that one sink in for a bit. Okay, everyone has a re-raise. We don't need Reflex anymore, which is good. We don't have to worry about the white magic. Let's see, what can we do? Tiz, you need more hit HP. So we're going to default with you for now. We're going to wait till Barras Braves and then we can heal. Anyas, I'm just going to have you default as well. Rainbow, we're going to focus on damage. So go for double damage. Adia, we're going to go for 3 Keygon Waves. And a Game Breaking Convert BP. And honestly, the first time I saw that, I started to burst out laughing a little bit. And unfortunately, I might have been in public transit and it may or may not have warranted some very skeptical or curious looks from people around me. Fun times though. But I love that line. It was just, I just loved it too much. It was too good. Alright, Tiz, we are going to go for... I need to heal Tiz, so we're going to go for some medication compounding, combine 2 cross potions together to get a super cross potion that will heal all of my HP. Anyas... You know what, actually, I'm also going to heal Anyas too, just for good measure. So we're going to combine 2 cross potions onto Tiz, 2 cross potions onto Anyas, just for good measure. Let's see, Anyas, I might as well go for some wind magic. So we'll go for a arrow guy, I guess? Rainbow, we'll go for piracy. We don't need to drop his physical defense, so we'll go for double damage. Adia, we can brave, we can go for 2 Keygon Waves. And 2 convert BPs. Nice, get those crits in. Now I don't know what it is. I've never been able to get good damage from Aeroga. Or any magic for that matter. I feel like I'm missing something, and it'll become very apparent once we do the Black Mage battle. The Black Mage battle is actually a fairly difficult one to do if I choose not to use the Monk class, but we'll get into that in the next episode. We do have another 69,000 HP to go through, so Tiz, we're going to default with you. Anyas, we're also going to default with you. Rainbow, we are going to... Oh, wow, he has a special active. Nice. I might as well activate that. So we're going to go for a Moonbeam. And Adia, we are going to go for 3 Braves. We're going to go for Keygon Wave, Keygon Wave, Keygon Wave, plus a Convert BP.
No holding back!
Nice, 8,000 damage, plus we get the boost. We get 20% extra attack strength. Now there is one thing about Barras that we really need to be worried about, and the reason why I had us focus on Holly first. When he gets low on HP, he tends to kind of explode. And it does a lot of damage, and it kind of kills all of our party members, so I kind of want to avoid that if possible. So Diz, we're going to default. Onius, we're going to default. Bring about, we're going to keep on doing damage, and we want to try and get him as low as possible, and then just go for an all-out attack. And we'll probably be doing that on the next turn, assuming he decides not to go for his I want to explode and be like a Voltorb and Electrode from Pokemon attack. This is promising. This is very promising. Alright, 38,000. Can we do 38,000 in one turn? I guess we'll find out. So, Aeroga, 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 Aeroga. Rainbow, we're going to go for an all-out, so we're going to go for 4 double damage. This should do a very decent amount of damage. And at the air, we're going to go all-out. We're going to go for multiple key gun waves. 7,000? 8,000? Will we make it? Will we make it? Invigorate, okay, we're fine here. Tiz will take the hit. And I'm actually trying to pull up his HP. It's not working for some reason.
No, I'm not done yet. Nothing faces these muscles of steel.
Alright, done. We get a lovely 1000 JP from that, which will max out the White Mage with Onius. Everyone else is already maxed out because grinding strats. And we learn Conservation of Life, which allows us to revive fallen allies if we ourselves get knocked out. Useful, probably.
They seemed different from last time.
You mean they weren't like that?
Not quite, no. And they seemed surprised to see us.
They said something about us bringing friends. Last time it was just you and me, Tiz.
Right.
Party chat! Now I understand. Understand what idea? Holly and Barras must have run into us a short while ago. Huh? Us? Ah, I see what you mean. That would explain the reaction. They met the versions of us from this world? Now I am truly confused. Come to think of it, I got a completely different impression of those two than the first time we met them. You mean their hearts weren't black? I'd say it was more like they were impossible to eat. Maybe it was because I met them for the first time, but I agree with Dia. They didn't seem black-hearted. Is that not because they are different from those we met before? Or perhaps it is we who have changed? I wonder, but personally, I don't think I've changed. I agree, you haven't changed one bit, Ring a Bell. But that's something you can work on. Ouch! The burns! Oh, right. This is interesting because there are another version of us somewhere inside this world, and I would like to meet them, but I know it's impossible because otherwise we would break the game logic. Yay! Alrighty, in the next episode we will take on Ominous Crow. It will be a battle of the Black Mages. Black Mage versus Black Mage, and I will hopefully see you then. Laters!